Hello. I'm sorry. I was just talking and my mic wasn't on. Sorry about that. Welcome to Stack Cash, our fourth AMA. We're happy to have you. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but I am Muddy Bo, one of the board members here at Stack Cash, and this is our fourth AMA. And we try to have these AMAs every Saturday for many reasons, for consistency and also to be available to the community. So we're happy that you could join us today. Also, if you have any questions about Stack Cash or any questions about what we're covering, feel free to leave a message or comment in the description, or feel free to comment on Twitter or wherever you can catch us. We're available to you all, and like the saying goes, we'll leave the light on for you. We're available even after the AMA, so feel free to contact us there as well. Today we'll be talking a little bit about our SweepSTACK, which is one of our premier smart contracts within the Stack Cash protocol. So we're just happy to be with you all and happy to be able to connect. One of the major things about Stack Cash is that we're built upon the community. So there's no big eyes or little U's. Everything is ran by a board and a committee. And also we have DAO, which is any participant in Stack Cash. So as we get closer and closer to our phenomenal layer 2 being available to the world, feel free to connect with us. Feel free to talk to us. We're available. And that's kind of one of the things that makes us different, is that, we are DeFi users. One of our slogans is we're for DeFi users by DeFi users. So we'll be happy to have you. Just for a little house cleaning, you can feel free to leave a comment. This is a true AMA. So you can ask me anything about Stack Cash, and we'll address that. So please feel free to, in the comments, ask any questions that you like, or even interact with us. We're for the people. So we love that. Also, um, if you would, please feel free to hit that like, and also all the content that we have, comment, like us, do all those things, and definitely follow us on all of our social media platforms. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Discord, and Telegram. I know I'm forgetting some, but that's okay. But join us on all of our social medias, follow us, and stay abreast of what's going on. Stack Cash is definitely a project that's built for the people, and it financially is an instant ecosystem, and we're just happy to bring it to the world. Also, for more house cleaning, just to let you all know, we try to do these AMAs every Saturday. So this is our fourth AMA, and we're gonna keep it going. So always know that Stack Cash will be here for you. We'll always have somebody here. And also, if you join our Telegram and our Discord, we have voice chats every Wednesday. So if you want to chat with the team, if you want to ask even the simplest questions, hey, what is DeFi? What is crypto? We're here for that as well. Stack Cash is unique as we're built for both the novice and the experienced DeFi and crypto users. So we're available to everyone who has questions or want to know more about what's going on here. As we're still in the early stages, I do have some great alpha for you guys today, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be awesome. And also, while we're in the early stages, this is really a time to learn and a time to kind of ingratiate yourself with, one of the platforms that you'll be using every day, hopefully. So we're just excited to talk to you all today. So on this AMA, we're gonna focus again. We're gonna focus specifically on SweepStack, and I might even jump into other parts of the project. One great thing about Stack Cash is that we have a lot of different things for people to do. So in DeFi, especially, having something to do, and then not only just that, making gains every day, excuse me, is extremely important. So that's just something that we're offering, and we're just happy to be around. All right. So if you all will bear with me, and again, feel free to leave any comment that you like. We are available. And also, we're broadcasting this on YouTube and on Twitter. So we are available. All right. So as I get my screen together, guys, also remember that, when it comes to the Stack Cash, we have things coming out in layers. So in a lot of projects, they have a light paper and some even have a white paper as well. Well, we have both. And our light paper, which we'll show in just a moment, is available to the public. So feel free to look through our light paper. It just is a general synopsis of, who we are and what we're bringing to the world. Also, we have our white paper that's coming as well. So that's something that you should be really excited about. Again, this is our project is built a little different. Some of the board members and committee members in Stack Cash even said about our white paper is that we're unique as we're putting our white paper out in video form. So no project does that because we really care that you guys understand what's going on. We really care about transparency, and we want you guys to know that everything here is all out in the open. There's nothing to hide. There's no dev wallets, no team wallets. And then also with our stack token, we have our stack token launch that'll be coming up soon. Our stack token launch is completely fair. So no board members, no team members, nobody, no developers get any stack cheap or free. So everyone, it's a true fair launch where everyone has to participate and everyone has to buy stack tokens. So we love that for our main token, which is Stack. All right, so let me get my screen shared here. I hope everybody's doing well today. And also, these AMAs are built, you know, for people that's outside of the space. I said before, a lot of people just are looking for something. It's stocks, and some people even talk about flipping houses or whatever. Well, one of the great things about Stack Cash and what this ecosystem is bringing, this is, a true way to bring to the world what we're trying to present, which is economic system that works. And we're starting here in DeFi, and we're going to expand. And another great thing, about Stack Cash in general is that we're an adaptable protocol. While some of our code and some of the things that we have is immutable, most of what we have is adaptable and able to adjust over time. So we'll be able to improve over time, and just increase what you guys are looking for in a layer 2 project. All right, so let me get the screen together. And also, I do want to say that Binance, we're starting on Binance Smart Chain, but as a board, we have board meetings every week. We've also talked about other chains in the future. So, if you say, hey, I think this chain would be great for you guys down the road or for us down the road, feel free to let us know. We discuss, anything that you guys want to discuss. Nothing's off the table when it comes to Stack Cash. All right, so on the screen here is our link tree. So right now, the best place to catch us will be through our link tree. We have all of our information here, all of our social media at the top. This is, easy to share with somebody. So feel free to share it. But we have, our website, which I'll talk about in a moment. Also, we still have our HBoard NTT, our early adopters, which I have even more to talk about. That's a little alpha I'm going to bring you guys. But we have that here. We also have our light paper, which I'll go through. And we also have all of our videos, our AMAs also be added down here. So we have a lot more that's going to be added here. But this is home base for now. And this will always be available, even when the website is 100% completely out and publicized. This link tree will always be available. So as I said before, the Stack Hash light paper is available right now. You can check our Twitter, you can check our link tree. But our light paper is available. And again, if just for review, if you want to kind of know the general basis of what the project is, it's right here in the light paper. We cover everything, from top to bottom in a very simple way. We talk about our stack token here, our cash token, and our NTTs. And just for review, Stack is our native store of value token, which essentially has a gamma squeeze or an organic token supply shrinkage. So it's going to become more valuable over time. And cash is cash is our native yield coin. So this is what you can use to grow within the platform and earn daily passive income. And last but not least, we have our NTTs, which is similar to an NFT. However, they're not tradable and they're permanent to your wallet. And that gives you protocol ownership. One thing about Stack Cash that is really, really important is that, you know, we want you to own part of it. We don't want you to look on the sidelines and, look up to everybody else who's in it. We want you to be able to own it, and everyone will have an opportunity to own part of Stack Cash, which really makes us community based, and that's what we really, really like to promote, is how community driven we are. All right, so that is a light paper. Feel free to go check that out. Also, this is our one of our board members has been doing a phenomenal job writing in mediums. So go check our mediums out. But this is Little Fish, one of our board members, and he just wrote a phenomenal medium about building your team. So one thing about Stack Cash is, we have team building, but in addition to the team building, our team building is really, really built, for small individuals to bring people aboard and to build their own team treasury. And also it's built to grow in order to be able to host institutions. So, maybe you have a community group, maybe you have a credit union, or even a bank. Our team building in Stack Cash is one of a kind. It's freedom, and it really allows users to kind of take control and earn extra rewards on their own merit. So it's just phenomenal. So if you guys would, it's a 7-minute read, so that's really quick and easy. But to learn about the team build, especially those who want to lead a team, you'll be able to lead your own team treasury. So please feel free to go check this out. Thank you to Little Fish for doing a phenomenal job of, basically explaining from top to bottom how it works, and, all of the specifics that make, Stack Cash special when it comes to team building. I'll be honest, as a DeFi veteran, as a 7-year DeFi veteran, what we've done here with Stack Cash is one of a kind. No one has, added some of the things that we've have in our team building, and I'm really proud of that. So, if you guys would just come give this a read. It's a quick read, but it's very, very clear, and it explains everything that a team can benefit today. And one major way a team or a team leader can benefit is through our SweepStack. So today we'll be talking about SweepStack, and SweepStack is phenomenal because it lets a team and an individual grow or make gains on their own merit and win. You have an opportunity to win something. So it's really, really good. We'll get into that in just a moment. All right. Let me check the chat. All right. And also, again, feel free to, stay with us in the chat. If you have any questions, if we want to talk about anything, feel free. We're available to answer your questions. This is a true AMA. So we're gonna be available to you all. All right. So let's start here. So most projects in the DeFi space, they have some form of a way for you to grow, right? So a lot of them are, staking. You can buy a token and you can stake it and you can earn more over time. And they have different facets, connected to that. Some have, other ways that you can gain where it's just off token appreciation. As we've talked about Stack Cash, as we went through the white paper and even a light paper, we've explained, how Stack Cash really benefits the common everyday users, and it gives us not just, daily passive income, but it also gives us something to do. So, in saying that, one of the biggest ways that you can really, really affect how much passive income you get is how you participate. So one of our premier first mover smart contracts for Stack Cash is called SweepStack. So SweepStack, essentially, let me go to, there we go. So so SweepStack is essentially our in-house raffle. And one thing that is very, very specific about it is that it's lossless. So as a user, once you come on and you say, hey, I want to participate in, Stack Cash. I want to get the cash token. I want to get the stack token. Once you participate, you'll be able to, just through participation, to win in a lossless fashion. And what do I mean by that? So, and I'll go through this in just a moment, but essentially, you know, once you deposit, and we talked about our cash box, which is our certificate of deposit, like a bond in a bank contract, where you can get 0.5% per day. If you participate in that as an individual, you'll be able to earn or have a chance to earn additional rewards above what you'll be getting through your stack holdings, above what you'll be getting in cash box and your other cache and other contracts. You'll be able to earn on a daily basis and miscellaneously win, or you can be a max depositor and win, which is really phenomenal. So SweepStack is again a daily sweepstakes that provides reward opportunities for both individuals and teams. Again, going back to what I said earlier, you know, being a group and being, for the people is really important. So team building here is not just built for smaller teams and, one or two people, team leaders to win. It's built for everybody to win. But it creates competition. There's competitions within teams, and with SweepStack, which we'll talk more about the team side in a moment. With SweepStack, you also get to compete on a team level, with other teams every day, and we'll have some ways that we'll show you how, that'll be visual to you, so you'll be able to see, kind of where you stand. A lot of times in life, people just want to know where they stand. So with SweepStack, that's exactly what we do. We offer that opportunity, but you can earn in, whatever, however you want to participate. SweepStack is lossless. So again, just by depositing in Cashbox. And even on the team side, by buying stack tokens, you'll be able to win a pool that's being created through taxes and other things within the protocol as a whole. One thing about Stack Cash that's really important and key is that we build upon all of the portions of the contract. So the contract feeds itself in multiple ways. So SweepStack is really, really cool in that you're not losing. If you go play the lotto, if you go to a gas station and buy a scratch off ticket, or if you play your numbers or what have you, if you don't win, you're kind of losing because you don't get anything back in return. Well, not with Stack Cash. What we do with our sweep stack is you have an opportunity to come on and just participate. By participating in the protocol in a couple different ways, you'll always have that value there. And SweepStack is just something additional that you'll be able to get. So that's what lossless means, is that, everybody's a winner. Even if you don't win the daily prizes, you're a winner because you're getting more gains through Cashbox and other ways in the protocol. So that's just something that we're really proud of. So again, daily deposits. Now, one thing that's big about Stack Cash is that it's built for participation. You don't have to be a millionaire or a billionaire in order to make gains here. You can come on and participate every day and eventually see your bottom line or your portfolio continue to grow. And something that we're really, really, um, it, you know, I would say passionate about is that everybody has an opportunity to win, right? So that's something that makes that cash different from traditional finance, and it's also that makes us different from just the lottery. The lottery, if you ever played the lottery, again, my grandmother used to have her numbers on a calendar, and and every day she played her numbers, and 99% of the time she lost. And that's just unfortunate. This is not a gamble. We don't want you to have to gamble. So that's why we've made our SweepStack contract lossless, so you don't have to worry about losing. You're going to win eventually. Even if you don't, win in, again, the daily prizes, you'll be able to win by earning more within the contract, especially Cashbox. Another thing that's specific about SweepStack is that it's on a 24-hour countdown timer, and this timer is going to be immutable. So what you can count on is that every day you'll come back and that sweep stack will end at the same time every single day. And not only just that, it pays daily. So every day you'll be able to earn in sweep stack, or you have to compete to earn and win something in sweep stack, which is really, really awesome. And a main thing is, all interests have a fair and equal opportunity to win. So one thing, we'll talk UI in just a moment in our website, But one thing about our website is that it's gonna really, really allow you to see and visually see where you stand as far as sweepstakes every day. And I think that's really important, right? Because people want to be able to visualize, hey, I'm in the running for max depositor. I'm not in the running for max depositor. Or on the other side, hey, I know that I could possibly win one of Stack Cash's multiple miscellaneous prizes, which, that's something that, it just inspires you to want to deposit into Cashbox to be a part of it. So it's really cool. Another is that there's no entrance limits. So, for the sweepstakes contract, users can participate daily, and there's no max on how much you can contribute. So, if you want to put $100,000, 100,000 cash into Cashbox, you'll be competing for that max depositor, but there's no limits on that. So you can grow as much as you like. And another big thing is that we have multiple different ways to win. So obviously, the max depositor on the day will definitely get the bulk of the rewards. However, on the other side of things, we have miscellaneous winners, and not just one or two miscellaneous winners every day. We want people to, again, even if you're not making a whole lot every day, at least you're getting something, and you're getting something in return for participating with us. We value your participation. So we have 5 miscellaneous winners every day at the minimum. So that's something that's really, really cool, is that, people just randomly entering. It don't matter if you come in with the minimum of 5 cash into Cashbox or what have you, you'll be able to earn and possibly win in sweepstakes. Again, like as I said earlier, there's a live interactive standings, so that's going to be fun. People will be able to, kind of play games, get in early. They'll try to, hold on to that lead into the end, and some people might come in and try to snipe that max deposit or win every day. So, having that live standings and live interactions with the people, even a chat, is really, really cool to build community. Now, to take a step back, I compare SweepStack to the Lotto in a lot of ways, right? If you look at SweepStack and what it is, and even myself, Muddy Mo, being a team leader, one thing that's really, really cool about it is that SweepStack really, really allows you to build on a team level and feel comfortable that people can come and see something going on every day. As being a crypto and DeFi veteran, one thing that has always just bothered me and some other board members is that, you can come on and do your interactions in 2 minutes and leave. Whereas this is more like just watching a sports game, or if you're watching a choir compete or a dance contest, the same thing. This is competition, and this is what brings the best out of people. So our live interactive standings is really clutch, and we think that's going to be really, really good for people to see that, and for people to basically participate on a daily basis. All right. And what's going on? I see Little Fish is just checking us out today. Thanks for Little Fish, one of our board members, for coming aboard. And again, to kind of go back about Stack Cash, if you didn't know, there's no big eyes or little U's. We all have equal value of votes on our board. So, we appreciate seeing all of our board and committee members, and we also appreciate seeing just anybody from community. So, all right. So to continue with SweepStack, one of the great things about it is the reward pools. So with the reward pools, something that's key to understand is that our reward pools are paid independently. So we have a separate vault that's kept just specifically for our sweepstakes rewards, and that pool grows every day through basic interactions with the contracts. What do I mean by that? So, when you buy stack in some situations, or with our protocol treasuries, we have our stack hash treasury, which one of its primary goals is to grow our sweepstakes pool. Also, anytime you participate in Cashbox and you unbox and you compound, a certain percentage goes into this sweepstakes pool. So some people worry, say, "Hey, this is lossless, so you guys are not collecting funds per se just for this sweepstakes. How does the pool keep growing? Well, through our protocol interactions and our protocol, basically what we have ingratiated within what we have here as a protocol, our pool continuously grows, and it also pays out sustainably, which I'll talk about in a moment. But it continuously grows just through interactions with the entire ecosystem, which is something that's a first mover in the DeFi space, and something that's really, really, really exciting. Because people are gonna say, "Hey, where's that coming from?" Hey, it has its own pool. It has its own money. One of my favorite movies was Coming to America, and he said, "The boy got his own money." Well, in Stack Cash, we got our own money. SweepStack has its own money. So it's a separate vault specifically just to reward the winners every single day. So we have two payout pools. We have an individual for our individual SweepStack, and we also have a team SweepStack pool. So on our individual side, if once you compete in SweepStack, you will be able to earn your cash box deposits. What do I mean by that? So if just say you are the max depositor on the day, whatever value that is, it goes into your cash box, or you'll be able to deposit it and directly into your cash box at the 0.5% per day, just like a bond at a bank, and grow your value every day. Also, on the team side, which is a little bit more exciting, which we'll talk about pretty soon. On the team side, yes, we want you guys to participate more in the contract. We want you guys to participate more in the ecosystem. However, we also want to incentivize in one of our main tokens that we use. So the main tokens for Stack Cash is USDC and BNB. So if you participate as a team in SweepStack, you'll be able to earn direct, or whomever on your team or your team members will be able to earn direct BNB every day. So if you guys win the daily SweepStack on the team side, you'll be able to get BNB directly into your wallet, which is phenomenal. So we have those. So we have two payout pools. So we have, to make it make sense, we have one major pool that's separate from anything else in the contract. It's basically a vault, and that vault is split. So 25% of that pool is dedicated to the individual SweepStack pool, and 75% is dedicated to the team side. So we have, in kind of a clear way, we have a way for our pools to sustain and pay both individuals and teams. So the rewards, so this is something that makes our SweepStack pools very sustainable. The overall pool only rewards 5% of the total value that it holds daily. For example, say the SweepStack pool holds, $100 worth of value. Only $5 in that scenario will be divvied up to the daily winners in the individual and the team side. So that's something that's really, really unique, is that it's sustainable. It's made for it to continue to grow and to continue to incentivize you guys to get in this thing daily and earn. It's going to be in it at the same time. So you'll be able to jump in and participate, get your friends, your family, co-workers, what have you, all in, and know that every day, you know, with the functions of the protocol, you'll be able to most likely earn more and more through the sweepstakes, win more and more, I should say. So again, if you want to put that in simple terms, it just, rewarding only 5% of our total pool just basically makes SweepStack sustainable in so many words. So essentially, so the distribution. So let's say you participate in the individual SweepStack. Once you participate, they're distributed, to users and teams that day. So you don't have to wait, days or even hours. The contract automatically sends the winners their winnings. And one thing that's also very, very important about, SweepStack, and not just that, is Stack Cash, is that, everything is going to be on a randomizer and everything is going to be transparent. So you'll be able to see that, nobody in the back is, it's just like the Wizard of Oz. There's nobody behind the hood, like, playing the puppet master to pick who's winning the miscellaneous winners. all of that's random, and all of that will be visual to the public. So, myself, Muddy Mo, I'm thinking about having a daily show just to do the daily sweep stack, because I think that's going to be awesome. And one of the main things is it's going to be fairly distributed, and I think that's great. Another thing about SweepStack that's really awesome is that we have taxes on other things to make sure that Stack Cash stays sustainable, right? On Cashbox and some other things. However, in SweepStack, once you deposit into Cashbox and then you become a participant in the daily to win in SweepStack, there is no taxes in SweepStack to enter, and there's no taxes on your rewards. So you get your rewards directly to you, and you're automatically entered. So on the individual side, and we'll talk team side in just a moment, but on the individual side, all you need to do to be able to be participate in SweepStack and win is deposit into Cashbox. How easy is that? It's lossless. You don't lose there. You still get to earn on your Cashbox deposits. But it's as simple as that. All you need to do is participate in Cashbox. So let's go to the winners. So the winners receive their cash box on the individual side directly in their wallet, as said before. Now, this is important. So the max depositor on the individual side gets 50% of whatever that daily reward is, right? So it's highly incentivized to be the max depositor into the individual sweepstakes. And how you do that is you essentially mint or deposit into Cashbox, the highest more than anybody else. And this is, again, we also have live interactive standings. So this will be visual. You'll be able to see exactly where you stand. So that is just phenomenal. Another thing, and I kind of touched on this earlier, another thing that's really cool about the individual sweepstakes is that we have multiple miscellaneous winners, right? Let's say there's $100,000 of value in the individual side of sweepstakes for the day, right? If you are a miscellaneous person, you just, deposit in the cash box, wasn't expecting anything, but you're automatically entered into SweepStack. You have an opportunity to win $10,000 value into your cash box just for participating if the pool was that high at 100,000 that day. So that is just something that is additionally like, what? You come back the next day, you didn't even know you participated, and you won so many more gains into your cash box by just simply participating. Again, no one's left on the side. Sometimes kids, they'll play and they'll leave some kids on the side and I get the chance to get picked for a team or pick to pay a game. Well, over here, nobody's left out. All you have to do is participate and you can be a part of it. And what's great about it is you don't need a team per se to do that. Just do it on your own merit. Come in cash box when it's quiet in the house, nobody's around, or when it's loud, in front of other people, so you can show them too. Hey, look at this. This is awesome. So for a layer two project, this is something that's really, really, unique to us. And we take this near and dear to heart because we believe that SweepStack, especially on the individual and a team side, is something that, is promotable. This is going to make you want to talk about this and not just this. You get to peek into everything else that we have that's going on that really benefits the users. All right. So let's go a little bit deeper into individual SweepStack, and then we'll jump over to the team side. So the minimum to be able to participate in SweepStack every day is you have to mint or bond 10 cash. As you all know, cash is meant to be 1-to-1 with USD. So just by minting 10 cash every day, you'll be entered in this daily SweepStack on the individual side. Users can compete. So the main thing is this max depositor side. You have individuals be able to compete however much they want to compete for this max depositor prize, and it will get lucrative over time with this pool just continuously growing and growing and growing. So building your cash box, you can do that simply by participating in Cashbox. I like how that goes. So, you participate in Cashbox, you can earn a whole lot more, especially if you participate the most in Cashbox on that day. And I've already kind of went through the distributions there. So, and again, it goes directly. It's just one after you win. It's just one approval goes directly there into your cash box. Very very simple. So some of you all want to know how the hot. Oh, also, this is that cash, the AMA, our fourth AMA. Please make sure to hit that like and share this with a friend. Tell them about what's coming with the Stack Cash protocol, the most unique and most user friendly and transparent layer two option that's going to be available on the market. So get involved now. Also, feel free to join us on our Telegram, our Discord, and other things. And again, leave comments and come talk to us. We'll leave the light on for you. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the pool and where the funds come from. Right? How does this pool keep growing? How do you have a separate vault just to pay me just for participating every day? Where does that come from? So again, speaking about Stack Cash, everything kind of works, almost like a puzzle that's with perfect fit, right? So we have, you know, deposits and things coming from other parts of the protocol. So I talked about the Stack Cash Treasury. So every time the Stack Cash Treasury has reflections, 10% comes directly to feed the SweepStack total pool. Also, we have 5% of our protocol treasury, which is our committee treasury. When it rebalances, 5% of that goes to feed directly the SweepStack. So it's, again, our protocol owned treasuries, they're building this SweepStack pool for us, for all of us to make more gains every day. Another thing is our whale in our cash box, which makes us sustainable, is called Mega Cash. 5% of the Mega Cash rewards essentially will be going to feed SweepStack. So on a daily basis, this pool, whether you like it or not, due to our immutable whale here, and it's a protocol on whale that nobody has control over, continuously grows the pool. And of all cash box deposits, there's a certain percentage that grows the individual pool. So as said before, 75% will go to the team side every day, and 25% will grow into this individual SweepStack pool. And again, you have a max depositor that wins 50% of the daily rewards. And we also have five miscellaneous winners that'll win 10% of whatever that daily reward is. And also keep in mind the total individual SweepStack pool only rewards 5% of its total every day. So it's not going to be gone in a week. So, all right. So let's keep moving. Now, this is where it gets exciting. This is where it gets fun, right? And this is something that, we're all about gamification. We're all about, sustainability. So we found a way to incorporate teams into SweepStack, which is really, really good. Let me take a quick swig of this coffee and then we can really talk about Team SweepStack. All right. Ooh, there we go. Now, so on the team side, going back, in order to earn rewards on Stack, everyone must be a part of a team. Whether you can choose your team or you can be given a team, everyone has a team. So with that, each team has an opportunity to participate every day and essentially win part of this SweepStack pool as a team, right? So if you have, again, family, friends, coworkers, um, just a bunch of guys or ladies who want to invest together, no big deal. You guys can come compete for this daily SweepStack pool. So again, we talked about the rewards. 75% of the rewards every day goes into the team SweepStack pool side. And the team SweepStack, once it's growing at an individual vault, it essentially rewards only 5% per day. So how as a team member and as a team do we participate in SweepStack? So this is very unique. So you have to do two things. So as an individual, as me, Money Mo, I'm a part of a team. As being a part of that in a team, first on the individual side, I'm going to buy at least 10 cash into cash box so I can get on the individual side for myself, right? But I can also benefit myself through my team. The way I do that is every day, also about I'm minting cash to qualify for the team rewards. All I need to do is buy some stack or buy stack token. All right. So once I do both of those things as an individual within my team, I now qualify for, if my team were to win, to essentially um win. If my team wins, win some direct B and B. So team sweepstakes pays in BNB. I'll be quiet so the guys in the back and the ladies in the back can hear it. BNB directly into your wallet. That's how this pays out. And again, it's lossless, so you don't lose, right? You're not losing by buying stack tokens, the store value that you want to kind of hold and let it grow, right? And you're not losing definitely by getting into Cashbox, earning 0.5% per day on your principal. That's how you enter on a team level. And me as a team member, once I do that, my team is now entered. Now, how much, and we'll talk about how your team can compete on a larger scale, but how much I deposit and how much my team partners deposit determines where we end up when it comes to possibly winning this max deposit on the team side, or winning. Our teams have a miscellaneous we have miscellaneous teams that can win every day. So again, we don't want anybody to feel left out. We don't want any team that competes every day, might not get the max deposit, but you could win on the miscellaneous side, which could be, very, very beneficial, and it pays in direct BNB. So again, to qualify in order to win on the team side, team members have to both, mint in cash box, and they also have to purchase stack in that 24-hour period. Now just say a user only bought stack on the day or only minted into Cashbox on the day, you do not qualify within your team. So just say you had 100 team partners and you were the one person who didn't buy stack that day, but you got into Cashbox. Well, you could compete on the individual sweepstakes side. However, what you can't do, if your team were to win that BNB, you won't get a percentage of that BNB. So you have to make sure you do both in order to qualify. One specific thing, and a lot of people say, hey, in DeFi, and I've seen a lot of team leaders, take advantage of their team members and don't airdrop and don't do these other things. Well, one thing that's really, really great about teams in not just SweepStack, but in Stack Cash is that, especially in SweepStack, team leaders have no advantage over other team members as a participant when it comes to their team SweepStack. So if I'm a team leader, I have to deposit myself to be able to earn on the day if my team were to win. So if I have, team partners that have more than me and they get in higher than me, they would win more of that daily. If we win as a team, they will win more of that daily BNB. So not only is SweepStack competitive on a broader level, whereas it's like, hey, my team members, did this, so I win this too. It's not like that. You have to participate too in order to win. And then, kind of jumping ahead of myself, but that's okay. And then within my team structure, I have to make sure that I'm competing with my team so I can win more than BNB. So it's multiple layers of gamification, and this will all be visual through the website. But it's multiple layers to how a user can win on the team side, and you gotta participate to be a part of it. That's the main thing. So team leaders have no specific advantage they're just a regular participant. They're what we call a player coach. Their main job is to recruit more people to the team. Other than that, they have to qualify to win anything. Now, some of you guys in the DeFi space is like Money Mo. You love poker, poker tournaments, poker, cash games, what have you, right? What we've done with SweepStack and the payout structure is, again, we want to make sure that multiple people have a chance to win. What we've done is we've incorporated the essentially a poker payout structure for our team SweepStack, right? So, I will go through this basically this chart in just a moment. So, based on how many teams participate every single day, there'll be more winners. So the more, and that's the max depositor. It's a little bit different than the individual, because it's based off of, again, how many teams participate, and then where your team ends up as far as how much they've deposited in a connection of both cash into cash box and sweepstak. I'm sorry, and yeah, sorry, buying stack tokens every day. Now, one thing of note that's really important is that if someone buys more cash box than stack, or vice versa, buys more stack than adding to cash box, the value that'll be honored for team sweepstak is the lowest level. So if it's $100, if you just say if you bought $100 worth of stack tokens that day, and you only minted $50 worth of cash into cash box that day, well, you'll get a $50 value that's added to your team, because that's the lower level. So you have to make sure that you're both, buying cash box and you're also buying stack every day. Now, one thing that's really, really awesome about stack cash is that teams can communicate and teams can vote. So certain teams can do what they want to do within their own right, and compete how they want to compete. But the main thing is you have to make sure that you're, both buying stack and you're entering cash box. It's lossless, so you have your value over time. But for this BNB here in the team sweepstak, you got to do both. Um, so yeah, so the poker payout system, this is like a poker tournament. And some of you guys have sat through long poker tournaments. That's how it's built and that's how it's paid out. And we'll talk more about that in just a moment. But the main thing it's just allowing more teams the chance to win every day, right? Again, we don't want teams competing every day and never having an opportunity to even get in the top 10, right? It doesn't matter necessarily how much funds you have. Excuse me. It's all about strategy and participation. Again, so each day we have the poker payout structures, and that's 90% of that day's rewards goes to pay the in the poker payout structure. Excuse me, goes to pay in the poker payout structure. However, even if your team, just say you don't have, you guys don't have a lot of funds every day to participate, but you want to try to win, it's still very, very good as a team to participate every day because you can win on a miscellaneous level. And each day, two miscellaneous teams each win 5% of whatever the daily rewards is. So everybody has a chance to what? To win. That's the main thing. Everybody has that opportunity. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the payout structure because this is really, really unique and really cool. So the basically every day, what you have to do as a team, you have to get into the top 10% of daily depositing teams, or in cash, I should say in dollar value, right? So let's say if a lot of teams are entering and the top team has $100,000 worth of deposits on the day. If your team might not be able to catch that $100,000, but if you can get into the top 10%, you will win a percentage of the prize. So in this here, it just shows, how the structure works and what percentages you would get for finishing first, second, third, so forth and so on. So let's take, for example, if you had a hundred teams enter on the day. If your team comes in 10th place, you get 2.5% of all of the daily sweepstak pool that'll go to your team in B&B directly, right? And then once it goes to your team, depending on how much you as an individual contributed, you'll be able to get a piece of that B&B based on what you've done. If you just say if you had a team that had the most deposits on the day, that team will get 30% of that team sweepstakes pool on the day, which is very significant. However, let's say if there's only 10 teams, then there's only two winning teams. That is a 70-30 split. Let's say best case scenario, we probably have more than 500 teams, but just say we have 500 teams. If my team, we participate, but there's a lot of competition, and we end up, becoming in 37th place. So 0.5% of that daily pool of B&B will be given to my team and divvied up to team members according to what they've done on that day. So one thing as a team member is important to understand. You can give $1 million, or you can participate with $1 million a day before. However, tomorrow's a brand new day. So once that timer resets, you have to deposit in order to, both compete on the team side and the individual side. So it's a lot of gamification going on here. There's a lot of moving parts, which is really, really cool because it lets users really, really get into gameplay, right? Some of you guys have a PlayStation 5, Xbox, and computer games, phone games, what have you. We're bringing that to the DeFi world. We're bringing that to a layer 2 that allows you to not just help the protocol by depositing, not just help yourself, but you also on a team basis get to earn even more in BNB every day, right? So I'm gonna tell you, some people are gonna make this a job. They're gonna make this a job to get their team in the sweepstakes and earn this BNB every day, because this pool continuously grows, and as it gets larger, you can win 10, 100, maybe even 1,000 BB. We don't know. We hope it gets that high, but this is just a great, great opportunity. So again, let me, the standings, will have a standings page that'll be showing in real time. The higher the team plays on the day, the higher their payout percentage is going to be for a team. Winning teams get 10%. I'm sorry, the top 10% of teams are the winning teams, and they have one transaction to call. They'll get that BNB. They just hit that transaction, and a lot of BNB goes directly into their wallet. And again, within your team, if your team wins 100 BNB on a day, and you given 90% of of the deposits for your team for the day, you'll get 90% of that BNB on the day, right? So some teams, that's a whole other strategy there. As a team, you say, hey, you take today, I'll take tomorrow, you take the next, whatever it is, you guys can come up with your own strategies, but just know other teams are coming up with strategies as you are. So that is the team sweepstakes. Listen, guys, this is something. Shout out to the board members of Stack Cash. Again, our board and our committee are looking out for the people. This is phenomenal. And this is something that is not presented anywhere in the DeFi space. And it just allows next level gamification while at the same time making some gains, right? So it's just phenomenal. And we're excited to bring this to you all. Um, so real quick over the payout structure. So how it's paid out. Again, team leaders have to participate in order to gain. This is a daily sweepstakes, so this happens every single day. And again, in order to participate on the team side, users must buy stack and also must deposit or mint cash into Cashbox. That is just wow. So next time, we didn't have time today, but also we got another contract that's a first mover to us. Just like SweepSTACK is a first mover. Nobody's doing that like that, especially with that poker payout structure and the team being able to win. Also, real quick, this is great for individuals and just team builders within the DeFi space. But thinking bigger over time, you could have some major, major, you know, groups of people and entities competing for this team sweepstakes, especially as the BNB grows here. So just make sure like this pays out in direct BNB. The individual size pays into Cashbox. So this is going to get larger over time. And again, it has its own separate vault. It has its own money. So it just continues to grow over time. So that's essentially SweepSTACK as a whole. We'll talk CBC some other time. Just before I let you guys go, the website's getting very, very close. We're making changes, as you guys know, and I told you, the board, we're here every day. Muddy, I'm here 24 hours a day on Stack Cash. But this is our website that's going to be coming soon. And one thing, I wanted to show you guys, but I'll show you probably next time. So come check us out at the next AMA. But one thing that's really, really significant is that we have our early adopters. We've expanded it, right? So initially we only had H-board entities. Now we're in a position where we've opened that up to, if you can get a lower level, uh, you can get a lower level and be an early adopter and earn directly from the launch. So you'll be able to earn first. And this is the only opportunity. Now, bear in mind, as an early adopter, you're building your cash first, which will already be collateralized, but you're building your cash first. Stack, everyone has to buy. So you can't earn stack early, but you can earn and build your cash before everyone else by being an early adopter. It helps the protocol, helps us be more functional, and it also helps you, of course. So that's the alpha for today. We have multiple layers. We have a $10,000 level, multiple $10,000 levels, minimum levels. We have a minimum $5,000 level, a minimum $2,500 level, and a minimum $1,000 level. Now some of you guys say, hey, I'm gonna wait for the stack launch and things like that, which is great. But just know that with NTTs and what we offer for NTTs, the NTTs allows you to earn stack as well. Not as much. You want to buy your stack as well, but the NTTs earn stack and cash. So NTTs are being an owner in the project. You own it with us. You own it with our board. You own it with our committee. You own it with all the other DAO members that hold NTTs. So NTTs are very, very important to get an advantage long term. And one thing that's significant is that these are limited time offers. These won't be available long term. You can't come back in a year and say, oh, I'm gonna get a board NTT. It won't be available to you. So sometimes you have to strike where the iron is hot. So this is an opportunity as early adopters. Remember, in DeFi, it's generally better to be early. So we have our H-board NTT here, but we have other levels that we'll be showing you guys shortly. And also we'll be bringing out our website as a whole pretty soon. So you'll be able to come and, check us out and kind of see all the things that we have going on here. But just to let you guys know, that was the alpha for today, is that, we have our board entities, our H-board entities, our committee entities, all these things. You'll be able to be an early adopter, get the NTT, and also get value on the cash side of the protocol. All right. So as always, thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you. Little Fish is back listening. Oh, Pete, one of our committee members, say, I'm loving this. Loving it. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Pete. Yeah, Pete, SweepSTACK is phenomenal. And thank you to the board for everything's been voted on, down to the colors of everything, down to everything, what we're going to do within this project. But thank you, Pete, because we think SweepSTACK is going to be what keeps people coming back to the project and earning daily. You get, not only do you get, other rewards, but you get to earn daily on your own merit. So that's something that's very significant. Yeah. So thank you, Pete, for saying that. But as always, this has been the fourth Stack Cash AMA. Feel free to, again, hit the like, go and follow us on Twitter, go and follow us on YouTube, Discord, and come ask questions. We're just at the brink of this thing, and we're just, basically popping this thing out the seams. I'm a barbecue man, so when I barbecue my links, I like them to pop out the seams. So Stack Cash is coming like an avalanche, and we want you all to be a part of it and all to be early at the table with us as we grow and as we build. Also, today we talked about individual and team SweepStack. Just know that that is going to allow you to feel comfortable telling your family and friends about this protocol, right? So many times in DeFi, and especially crypto, you don't feel comfortable telling your friends and family about, oh, well, it might not be here tomorrow, but that's not how Stack Cash is built. Stack Cash is built sustainably, and Stack Cash is built to be around for a very long time. And not just that, it's built for the regular people. So you can come in and you can, get your family and friends in this and feel comfortable in that. All right, so I'm done talking for today. Thank you guys for joining us. Again, I'm Muddy Mo, a board member here at Stack Cash. Please look forward to the next AMA. We do these every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. UTC. So please invite family, invite friends. You know, they could be novice in the space. They don't have to know too much about this. We're here for you. We'll show you guys everything. All right, so Stack Cash for DeFi users by DeFi users. Thank you guys.